I loved this book. Oh my goodness, this book was so good. I'm giving The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson 5 out of 5 stars. The Name of the Star is about a girl named Rory who moves to England because her parents get a job there, and she decides to go to a boarding school in England, which, first of all, boarding school just makes it awesome all on its own right away. But there also happens to be some murders happening in the style of Jack the Ripper, and not just in the style, but basically exactly the same as how the Jack the Ripper murders happened the first time. So there's that. On the night of one of the murders, Rory ends up seeing someone who the police think maybe could be tied to the murders, and nobody else happened to see him even though there were other people there. It takes a while to kind of... The story, I don't want to say it's slow. It's not slow, but it's not like super fast-paced either. Like, you don't find out exactly the reason why she was the only person who saw him until like halfway through the book at least, I think. I had a really big idea as to why she was the only one who could see him, but it's not confirmed until later. But it was really good. The murders were pretty gruesome, obviously, because they're in the style of Jack the Ripper, so it doesn't go into like too much gruesome detail, but it does describe what the bodies look like afterwards and stuff like that. So if that's something that bothers you, then that would bother you. It's not a huge part of the story though. I feel like the Jack the Ripper thing is not the main aspect of the story. Another big part of the story is her living in a boarding school and making friends and fitting in. And I really, really, really enjoyed the boarding school aspect of it. I really liked the friends that she made and how she made them. I really liked the type of person Rory was. First of all, Rory was so funny, and she was awkward sometimes, and she was like even more awkward when she tried to save herself from being awkward. And I really liked her. She also, I feel like, was a really good friend. Just the way she presented herself in certain situations and the things that she said and the things that she thought about certain people and stuff, she just seemed like a genuinely good person, and I really liked that about her. And I thought she was funny and she was fun, and she just was one of those people that I feel like I would like to be friends with. I also really liked the love story in it. It's not a huge love story, it's definitely not a huge aspect of the story, and it's not a main focus of the story, but it is part of it, and I really liked the way it was done because it was kind of slow, it wasn't intense, it wasn't like, oh my god, I love him, nothing else matters, none of that. It was just, you know, you go to a school, you go to a new school, I mean, you're bound to meet someone who you think is cute, and it's very possible that they might think you're cute as well, and things happen, it's normal, and it just was one of those things. Just everything about the story to me seemed really natural, and I really liked the way you found out what was going on, and I liked piecing all the pieces together. When you started figuring things out, you were like, oh my goodness, that's why when this happened, that's from this, and when this happened, that's where that happened. You know, that was me taking spoilers out. But yeah, so I really, really, really enjoyed this. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a great story. I loved the characters. I loved the pacing. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the setting. I loved this book. It was good. It was really good.